Well, hello. How's it going? Who's here? Who is this looking at me? What's up? How's it going? What you doing? Hi, Tracy. Hello, astral anthropology. Oh, I love that. I'm good. How are you? Hey, $6 million man. What's up, Kiki? Hello, Tony. Hey, welcome from Texas. What does that say? I'm up early. Oh, last hours before kids are out of school. Oh no. I know, I remember those days. Hello, Nebraska. Welcome in. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, Billy. Good morning, Carol from Pennsylvania. Hello, Pamela Love. Love the name. You're from Texas too? Oh my goodness. Canada, chilly. It's chilly where I am too. Probably not as chilly as where you are. It's like 40 where I am. 40 Fahrenheit. What does that say? I'm actually out and about today. Hey, that's all right. Mahoney, I see you. All right, you guys, listen, my name is Erin. I am an intuitive and I'm here offering oracle card readings. They're $25. Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App are all available. My name is right across the top of the screen. If you are more comfortable sending the money through YouTube, you can certainly do that as well. Once you send a payment, I get a notification. You go on the list and I go in order of the list. I only ask that you are patient with me as I make my way through the list. If you know how to screen record, please do so because it can be a lot of information that comes forward and I am not going to remember it when we are done. So make sure that you are doing that if you have that ability. I don't know how to personally tell you how to do that on your account. Everybody has a different phone. So, you know what I mean? All right, so Mahoney. I got a payment from someone. It came through as a Mahoney. So say hello, friend. You are up. You are up, Mahoney. Amore, hello. If you have a different name than Mahoney on here, you got to tell me. Stacy, I see you. And Kate, I see you. You guys are all on the list. Kimberly, I see you. You're on the list as well. Just be patient with me, friends. Hello, I see you. Tony Bill Mahoney. I got you. I love Tony Mahoney. I freaking love that. All right. All right, here we go. Mahoney, Tony Mahoney, I'm ready. Do me a favor, friend. Do me a favor. Take a nice, big, deep breath in all the way down to your toes. Release. Drop your shoulders and please give me permission to have access to your energy. So, Tony, when I look at your energy, you have an echo in your energy. This is something I see with people when you have multiple life experiences with a common theme or a common thread, okay? For you, this looks like it has the thread of wisdom. I see this in people who come forward who, in other life experiences, you hold the role of usually a teacher, a wisdom, a shaman, a priest, someone who would lead a group with wisdom. This is very active in your energy as an echo, meaning you have other incarnations that this is also part of their journey. Usually when I see this in people, it indicates that this part of yourself is very strong, and when you tap into it, you're going to get a lot of stuff from it. I don't know if shamanism has ever called to you in this life experience, but the idea of sharing wisdom feels very strong in your space. I don't know if you were a teacher or if you did something where you led people, but there is a sense of standing in front and being able to project as if get their attention. Your voice comes with a different modulation than a lot of people. You're kind of like me. When you have conversations with people, your voice modulates the frequency around you and then brings that person to the frequency that you have. It is important for you to be mindful of this because it works on you too. So you have to be careful. The words you are speaking, the things you are thinking, they all have vibrational effect on you. So you got to be careful on what you're thinking, saying, and putting out there because that's important in your vibration. like I said, you have that common thread of wisdom throughout your energy, as if shamanship, teacher, something to that effect is very active in the space. I don't know if you've ever considered just giving a talk, writing a blog, write a book, something about sharing what you know to the world is very important in your energy. I do feel like you've gotten yourself in a good place, and you've got yourself, you're like set up. You're like, your phone is charged, your bag is packed, you're there, but you haven't taken the step to kind of put it out there. And this is that gentle push, that gentle reminder to go ahead and put that out there. Readings are $25. I'm happy to read for you, Denise. Thank you so much. But they are $25. All right. So, Tony, this is what my guys have to say. This is not the time for you to back off. This is the time for you to hang on tight to that conviction that you have, what you know that you want to do. This is what they're asking you to do. Go forward. You've gotten yourself into good alignment. You've set the trail, and they don't know what you're waiting for. What are you waiting for? My guys are saying your GPS is doing great. It's guiding you in the right direction, and they want you to understand this is where liberation can be found. The trick is going to be getting out of your head and stop talking yourself out of it just because you can't see right now how it could possibly work out. The winds of change are at your back, and the wheel of fortune is spun around to face you in the right direction, but it's going to require you to actually embrace the creative side of yourself. We're not doing this. To embrace that side of yourself, there is a ton of potential in your space. A ton of potential in your space, Tony. They really want you to embrace this. It's like you're ready for whatever the next step is. So take this as a green light. Yes, you've got it. Go for it, friend. Go for it. Tony, my goodness. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. I appreciate it. Yeah. We don't do spamming in the chat. Please don't do that. All right. Tony, thank you so much. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. I appreciate it. I hope it was helpful, and I really want you to go for it, friend. Now is the time. Now is the time for you to go for it. 100%. All right. Kimberly, I see you. So I have two Kimberlys then. Two Kimberlys in a row. Let me see what the first Kimberly's initials are. Let's see. Kimberly Leilani. Kimberly L. Kimberly L is the first Kimberly. So we'll have to remember that as we're going forward. All right, I have two Kims in a row. That, my friends, is a high five from the universe saying that you're doing good, right? There are so many gross people. So many gross people. All right, so Stacy, you are up next. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Kim. I appreciate that. Grand Rising. All right, so Stacy is up next, and then Kate, and then Kimberly L, and then this Kimberly up here, the one who paid through there. And then Marie after the second Kimberly. Thank you, friend. So I do Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App. Stacy James, I see you, my friend. It is all under my name up here, or if you want to send the money to TikTok, you can also do that. Shelly, I see you. You are on the list right after Marie. You guys, please just be patient with me as I make my way through the list, okay? All right, Stacy, I am ready to read for you, my friend. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I truly appreciate you being here with me. Thank you. Do me a favor, take a nice, big, deep breath in all the way down to your toes. Leilani, I see you. Hold on. Okay. All the way down to your toes. And release. Drop your shoulders, and please give me permission to have access to your energy. Stacy, I'm very excited for you. So I know that right now it may feel like not a lot is happening in your energy, but what I want you to understand is just because you don't see it outside of you doesn't mean it's not happening inside of you. When I look at your energy, the first image I'm given is of someone planting their garden. This is hands in the soil, pulling up the roots of the weeds and really turning that soil over so that you can plant the seeds of what you want to come next. This is a common thing that I get in my energies that I see with people, and this is a sign of you starting something new energetically, planting the seeds of where you're going. This feels like an expansion, as if you have broken out of the little patch of garden that you had, and now you're spreading beyond those little boundaries. I understand that it can feel nervous. There's going to be rocks in the soil. There's going to be rain some days, and it feels like it takes forever for this stuff to grow. But what I want you to understand that what you're doing right now, whatever it is that you're doing right now, you are laying the foundations for something greater that is coming forward. This has a very physical manifestation to it, and they're showing it to me like it's a big physical manifestation. What it's going to look like is going to be nearly impossible for me to tell you. It just depends on you and how it actually manifests, but I can tell you what you're doing right now is planting the seeds for what comes next. I do feel like it will take a little bit of time for this to come forward, especially because it has such a big physical presence, a big physical manifestation feeling. It takes a minute, it takes a hot minute for that to sort of come back around. But I don't want you to lose faith in it. There's a feeling of easily getting frustrated with this, whatever this is. Just give it a minute. It's just going to take a minute, okay? Just give it a minute. All right, so Stacy, this is what my guides have to say in addition to everything I've already said. They're telling me that whatever this is that you are planting the seeds for, you can't focus on the feeling of it's taking a lot of time for this to come forward. You have to allow it to unfold naturally for you. You can't plant the seeds in the ground and then stomp up and down and expect it to see it right now. You are laying the foundation for something greater to come forward. So my guides are asking you to be clear on what you want to see manifest in your life. They want you to be clear on where you're going so that you know the direction that you're headed, right? My guides are saying be careful that you haven't overcommitted yourself to something. This is not about forcing anything to happen. This is about allowing something to happen. My guides also want you to understand that this will be a sense of victory for you, a sense of accomplishment, reaching a goal and being excited about it. You've done a good job of keeping yourself in alignment, even in the face of conflict, and that is something you should be proud of and celebrate, but your impatience is what gets the best of you, my friend. Everything takes time and everything takes work because we live in a physical environment, so don't let your impatience get the best of you. I know that there is an expectation related to the root, especially around humanity. We want things to happen right now, but they just don't happen that way. So be patient and calm with yourself. It will definitely come forward. My guides want you to understand that right now, your third eye, your GPS is on point. It is guiding you 100% of the way. They want you to know that. They also want to confirm for you, you're a beautiful, nurturing soul, but to have a little bit better judgment about where you're spending your energies, just so that you can replenish yours. Don't give it all to everybody else because it leaves you with nothing. You have to find the balance. It's not about not doing for others. It's about doing for others and also doing for the self. That's what it's about. Stacy, whatever this is that's trying to come forward for you is freaking amazing. It is freaking amazing. Michael, I am so glad that you are here. Thank you so much for helping. Thank you, Stacy. I appreciate you very, very much. How are the children being affected by the energy coming in? It depends on the kids. The younger they are, the more affected they tend to be. Someone sent a payment for $20. I appreciate that, Melissa. Readings are $25. I'm happy to read for you, and we'll definitely put you on the list if you want to send that other $5. And I hate to be that person, but I have bills, Readings are $25. Thank you, Stacy. I appreciate you. Please be patient with me as I make my way through the list. Thank you so much, friend. I appreciate you. Kate is up next. I'm going to update the list. Kate is up next, and then Kimberly L, and then the second Kimberly, and 3 Ks in a row. Got you, Melissa. 3 Ks in a row. That is a high five from the universe if I've ever seen one. After Kimberly is Marie, then Shelly, then Leilani, and then Melissa. Like I said, please just be patient with me as I make my way through the list. So Kate, say hello. Let me see you, my friend, so that I can make that connection. If you have a different name on here than Kate, you got to tell me. Ray, thank you. Hey, Mike. Good to see you, friend. Kate, come on down and say hello. Hey, Kiki, you're Kate. Fantastic. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, Kate, here we go. I smell salt water. Why do I smell salt water, Kate? What's going on? Why do I smell salt water? I love it. Here we go, Kate. Do me a favor. Take a nice, big, deep breath in all the way down to your toes. And release. Drop your shoulders and please give me permission to have access to your energy. All right, so Kate, I'm getting the imagery of being on a boat. I can actually feel the waves underneath me. I almost feel like it's not that I'm not stable, but I'm a little bit wobbly. Leah, I see you, and you are on the list right after Melissa, friend. You're on the deck of the boat, so you're safe. I want you to understand that. Something that I also want you to understand is that sometimes when we're traveling somewhere, so there's a sense of being on a boat. Being on a boat is also indicative of water. Water is indicative of deep emotion. You are on an ocean, not a river. There's a lot of waves and stuff, but you are riding the boat over this. This tells me that you are working to let go. Tisha, I see you, of something. You're overcoming some sort of deep emotion as you move your way to a new shore. This is big. This is a sign of overcoming things. This is a sign of letting go of where I was and being adventurous and embracing what life has to offer for me. I understand right now you may not know exactly where this ship is going, and I do understand that the what do you call it? The floor of the boat feels a little unstable, but you are safe is the thing I want you to understand. This is big emotion attached to this, so likely has some bearing in the root. When the root becomes wobbly because we are expanding beyond the boundaries that we once held, it can make us feel a little uncertain, a little unsure of ourselves. This is not the time to back off at all. This is the time for you to continue to move forward. I'm going to close my list for today, okay, you guys? Close my list for today. Kate, on the other side of this ocean, there is a sense of a new beginning or a new start, right? This fresh start feels impactful in the physical environment. This is not just emotional, this is physical, right? Like you're leaving behind something, overcoming deep emotion to get there, but when you get there, it's a brand new shore. They're showing it to me like a wild island, an untamed island, which means you're gonna have to do some settling. You're gonna have to chop down some trees and lay the foundation of what you want to happen there, but it's going to be a place of opportunity. What this may look like for you physically is kind of hard for me to say, but it could be the idea of a new job being offered to you, or a new idea about a new job, or starting a business for yourself, something outside of you that you've not done before that you have to overcome a big emotion to get to. You're right in the middle of that. So don't give up. Now is not the time to give up. Even though you may not see exactly how it's going to work out, it's on its way. It's on its way. Jan, Trey, I see you. You guys, I need to stop my list after that one. No more, no more. On my list after that, I have an appointment I have to keep. All right. So this is what my guides have to say in addition to everything I've already said. Kate, you have a very good chosen family around you. They are there to support you. These are the people who are in your vibe tribe, the people who are aligned greater with you. You are overcoming some deep emotions that are helping to lead you to this better place. These things come from your childhood, this feeling of insecurity, or I have to know how things are going to turn out, or have to be able to prove something and able to trust it. This is what you're leaving behind. Instead, you're following forward with these inspired pursuits, helping you to lead a more authentic life. This in turn opens that heart space, but they're telling me you have got to have a little bit better judgment about where you are giving all of your attention and time. You have a big, beautiful heart, but you have to take care of yourself too. No is a complete sentence, and you don't have to explain yourself to anybody. You can be mindful without having to feel like you have to explain yourself. They're asking you to have patience with yourself as you move to this new shore, because it's going to require you to reassess some things that you've been doing or thinking about, the emotion that you are overcoming. This is leading to a greater sense of achievement and alignment with my path is what it's showing me. So this is very exciting. I understand right now, Kate, it may not feel like you can understand fully what's going on, or things don't feel stable. It's just because you're overcoming this deep emotion to get there. These emotions likely have fear, resistance, fear of judgment. All these things are in there, but where you're going is overcoming that. So don't be frustrated. Give it a minute. You got to give it a minute. Kate, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, don't resist. Hey, Meg, thank you. Thank you. I love this shirt. Tracy, again, you are not on Venmo. I don't know if you're the same Tracy that was on TikTok telling me that you sent me a Venmo, but there is no Venmo from you, Tracy. I apologize, but there is not. So I encourage you to check that, okay? My list is full for today, you guys. I have an appointment that I have to keep, so I can't stay too long, so I've got to finish the list, all right? But thank you so very much. Hello from the UK. Hello, hello. All right, Kimberly L, you are up next, my friend. Woo-wee. Kimberly L, you are up next. You guys, I have a couple mods in the room. Michael is in the room and Meg is in the room. No, nobody can tell you your future. Don't let them tell you they can. Hey, Kimberly, I see you. Thank you. Yes, everybody loves this sweater. I don't even remember where I got it. I've had it so long that it has shrunk. It's not even long enough for my arms anymore. That's why I pull it up, but I still love it. All right, Kimberly, I am so excited to read for you, my friend. Do me a favor, take a nice big deep breath in and release. Drop those shoulders and please give me permission to have access to your energy. Girl, why do you doubt yourself? Okay, Kimberly, I'm going to apologize right now if this comes out spicy, but my guides have a very specific message for you. Stop doubting yourself. Stop saying those things to yourself. The reason you feel that is because you keep saying it. You have to stop. There's so much evidence around you to the contrary of what you've been telling yourself. I want you to be more logical about this. I want you to get down to the nitty gritty on this, right? You are looking at things completely differently than you should. My guides are telling me that you have done so much for yourself, for your family, and for your community, and you are not giving yourself any credit for any of this. Instead, you are so focused on what you have not yet accomplished that you are not acknowledging how far you have come. My friend, you have done so much work on yourself. You have accomplished a lot. You have let go of a lot. You have opened a lot. You have opened your mind a lot. You have allowed yourself to be more compassionate and more empathetic than ever before. Why are you beating yourself up? Because you're not where you think you should be. You are exactly where you need to be. You're exactly where you are, and that's the perfect place. So my guides want you to really focus on how much you have accomplished, how far you have come, how much you have healed, how much you've let go of. These are big pieces, especially considering that I feel like you've been through some pretty dense stuff. To be able to look at that, grow from it, and move on, that's huge. And there's no reason for you to hold yourself back. Stop focusing on where you think you need to be and start celebrating where you are, because that's what's going to give you the clarity. Literally, the sun just came out in my window. Kimberly, I wish you could see this. It has been cloudy and gross all day. The sun just broke through the clouds. You have got to believe in yourself. Kimberly, this is what my guides want you to hear. You are facing a tower moment, and the more you hold yourself back, the more you don't allow yourself to focus on how far you've come, and the more you beat yourself up about because you don't feel like you are where you are, the harder it's going to be. This tower moment comes forward to say, let go of those things that are holding you back. Let go of that deep density and allow yourself to celebrate where you are. You're in much better alignment than you allow yourself credit for. I know there's a lot of things going on around you that you feel like you can't control or are difficult, and I get it, but you can't let those things dictate things, right? Instead, what that does is hold you back. That's all it does, is hold you back. My friend, you are standing at the door of major change in your life. This is the death card. This card comes forward to say you have to let go of the old version of you, or the new version cannot be born. So let go of the things that are holding you back. Hold on to your conviction, and please believe in yourself, because on the spiritual side of your life, you are making changes and waves and moving big gangbusters. But you have to believe in that first before it can manifest out there. This requires you to step outside of your comfort zone. Big time requires you to step outside of your comfort zone. But when you do, you will see how much potential there is outside of there. You are literally able to manifest a better life for yourself, but you have to stop being so mean. You have to stop saying such mean things to yourself. You have to stop pushing yourself away from celebrating the wonderfulness that you have. My goodness, Kimberly. I don't mean to be spicy, and I apologize, but my guides were like, she's got to stop. She's just mean to herself. Don't talk to my friend that way. Don't talk to my friend that way. Kimberly, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. I appreciate you very, very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Kimberly, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. I appreciate it very, very much, my friend. I hope it was helpful. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you for subscribing. All right. I am ready for the second Kimberly. I don't know your last initial, so you have to let me know who you are. Come on down and say hello so I can make that connection. After this Kimberly, there you are, Purple Heart. I see you, beautiful friend. Oh, not Siri. After this Kimberly, we have Marie, and then Shelly, Leilani, beautiful name, Melissa, Leah, Tisha, and then Jay and Trey. Jay and Trey, Jan Trey. Is that you, Tracy? Is Tracy still in here? Is that her? Jay and Trey. Maybe that's why I couldn't read it. All right, Kimberly, here we go. Burton, got you. All right, here we go, Kimberly. Do me a favor. Take a nice, big, deep breath in all the way down to your toes. Got you, Tracy. And release. Drop your toes, drop your shoulders, and please give me permission to have access to your energy. Also drop your toes. All right, so your energy is very different from the other Kimberly, I will tell you. Your energy is calm. Sometimes when I tap into people's energy and it looks like this, I'm almost nervous to read for you because you're doing a good job. Like, I feel like I'm giving you an A+ report card. What kind of feedback can I give someone who's already getting an A+, right? When I look at your energy, Kimberly, there's a lot of different colors in it, and that's exactly what I love to see. They are all mixed together, which means your chakras are working together and communicating. That's what we want to see. You have a lot of energy around your ears. So I don't know if you're a clairaudient or if music affects you in some way, but your ears have a lot of vibrational space around them, meaning that there's modulation there, meaning that when you pick up on certain, it feels like you can pick up on frequencies that are just slightly out of range of regular people. That's clairaudience, and I feel like there's something there for you. You may not hear it like a voice outside of your head, but it is that voice inside your head. And some people, it sounds like a different voice. Some people, it sounds like their own voice. It just depends. I would encourage you to not talk yourself out of it. Just remember that you will... What are they? Okay. Kimberly, are you a medium? So I'm looking at your ears, right? I told you have all this vibrational space around your ears, but as I'm focusing on it, it's like rotating around. So I don't, like a radar dish almost. I've never seen it demonstrated in that way, but it almost feels like mediumship. It feels like mediumship energy, like you're picking up on a frequency that's just outside of regular human range. So it may not be clairaudience, it may be mediumship that I'm seeing, but something, one of the two. It's hard for me to tell. You know, reading cards, reading people's energy is sometimes kind of like charades. You know, I'm doing my best here. But there's this feeling of something with the ears. Something with the ears. All right. So this is what my guides have to say in addition to everything I've already said. Kimberly, my guides want you to understand that you have good support. Whatever it is that you are worried about doing and thinking you're doing it on your own, you're not. You have very good support, both physically and non-physically. You have a group around you ready to help you come forward. It is going to require you to make some confrontations. This is not necessarily about a relationship. This is about the black and white of a yin-yang and the balance. There are some things you're going to have to confront about yourself and your beliefs in order to let this in a little bit. However, also your insecurities. Sorry, almost skipped this card. Also your insecurities about what you're receiving. These are the things that are being pushed on right now so that you can let this in. My guides want you to understand you have a very strong connection to your higher self, very, very strong, and they are very excited for you. You're a beautiful, nurturing soul, and this is something you need to recognize. Although you may feel vulnerable sometimes, vulnerability is how we grow. Jasona, I saw you. I'm so excited. Vulnerability is how you grow. All of this is leading, once you start incorporating this more or leaning on this, whatever this is with your ears more, it leads to a place where you feel like you fit in better. Fit in is the wrong word. Leads to a place where you feel like you belong, right? This is a place of celebration, excitement, all that stuff. Look at all that. This is where you're headed. This, whatever is going on with your ears, be it clairaudience or mediumship, or both, leads you to a place of belonging. I found my vibration. I found my niche. I found my people. This then leads to a sense of progress and balance in your heart space. My guides are asking you not to suppress this just because it takes a minute to understand everything. Don't suppress it. Don't hold it back. Allow it to naturally develop. This will turn into a feeling of inner peace. And my guides are also assuring you have very good connection to your higher self. So just allow yourself to sort of roll with it. So Kimberly, I don't know if you've ever thought of yourself as a medium. So it doesn't feel like traditional mediumship almost. It feels like writing or something like that. But the ears keep getting my attention. All right. Kim, thank you so much. Kimberly, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope that was helpful, friend. Just don't ever be afraid of it. Good, good. Just lean into it. Whatever, you know, I have a lot of tones and pitches in my ears. I hear energy as sound. So for me, when I go into meditation, I will let myself focus on that sound and it will bring me into the meditation. So something to try. Thank you, Kimberly. All right, Marie, you are up next. Come on down and say hello. Good morning, Anthony, and welcome. I love that these lives get posted on my YouTube channel. That's default. I don't do that. That's something YouTube does. I love that, so you guys can go back and see these readings again. I freaking love that. Marie, say hello. You could be. You absolutely could be hearing energy. Marie Elliott, hello, friend. I'm excited to read for you. Thank you so much for being here. Marie, the words small but mighty come to mind, so I don't know what that means, but it's kind of like dynamite. You ready? Here we go. Do me a favor. Take a nice big deep breath in and release. Drop your shoulders and please give me permission to have access to your energy. So Marie, when I tap into your energy, there's a couple different things that I'm getting right off the bat. Number one, I feel like you have been underestimated quite a bit or pushed aside or something like that quite a bit. It feels almost, so the imagery they're giving me is being in a room with a lot of very big people, very tall people, and I feel small in the space. Crowded out of the space, almost like there's not enough room for me at the table. This feels like it built up frustration over time. I'm not being seen, I'm not being heard, and this frustration has kind of compacted itself down into what looks like a stick of dynamite. So I don't know if you're one of those people that tends to be really angry sometimes, or if you have spicy words sometimes, but I feel like you've earned this. I feel like you come about this very honestly. I also want to remind you, though, that you are no longer small in your space. You are very big in your space, and you are allowed to set your own table. That the people who can't hear you in that space aren't your people. They may be your family, but they aren't your vibe tribe, and that's okay. We put ourselves in these situations when we are incarnating for a reason, and there must be a reason that you have such a feeling of not being heard. What my guides are saying is you set your own table. You invite your own guests to dinner. It is your opportunity to step up and say, this is what I'm going to do for me, and you're not invited, right? So this is what my guides have to say in addition to that, Marie. My guides want you to have better judgment about where you're holding yourself back. You build your own table. You invite your people to the table. This is where they want you to focus, not on the feeling of someone else isn't hearing me, but on what can I do for myself right now. My guides are telling me that you have a very strong connection, not just through your crown, but through your third eye. And you have this opportunity to build a brighter future for yourself, but it's going to require you to let go of your lack of faith faith in being able to set your own table. You don't need anyone else to confirm anything for you. I'm confirming for you right now. You have everything you need. Your doubt is what's in the mind. Your doubt is in your mind and in your way. My guides are asking you to embrace this feeling of empowerment and leave behind that feeling in the root that taught you that you were too small, or that your voice didn't matter, or that your words didn't carry weight, or whatever it was. My guides are asking you to leave that behind. It's no longer there for you. Instead, they want you to follow your inspired pursuits to the best of your ability, even if it requires you to confront the feeling that maybe not everybody's going to get it. You know what I mean? This is the black and white of the yin yang. This is not a relationship, so to speak, but maybe you're going to have to be okay with some people aren't going to understand. You are in a state of expansion. I want you to understand that as we lay these tracks, sometimes the mountains are in the way and you got to blow them up with that dynamite. But it's leading you very much forward on your spiritual path and pulling the winds of change in your direction. This is the Wheel of Fortune. It has spun around and is facing you. This is your time, Marie. It's time for you to step up, build your own table, invite your own people to the party. And they would be lucky to be at your table, just FYI. Marie, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. I appreciate it. If you guys are interested in a private session, I would like to tell you really quickly what those are about. Private sessions come in 30 and 50-minute increments. They are much more conversation-based. I don't use my cards a lot in that because as a channel, the more I talk to you, the more comes out. So just keep that in mind. Thank you, Martine. I appreciate that. Readings are $25. Unfortunately, my list is closed for today. I do appreciate the $7.99 though. Thank you very much. All right, Shelly, you are up next. Come on down and say hello. I'm so sorry, you guys. My list is closed for the day. I just don't want to... Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I just don't want to get too far behind because I have a meeting in about an hour. All right, Shelly, you are up first. I'll be back tomorrow, though, Martine, probably around 10 a.m. Central. I'll be back tomorrow. Sydney, I am so sorry, but my list is closed, friend. I am so sorry. I will send that back to you. I apologize. I normally wouldn't do this, but I have an appointment that I have to keep. So Sydney, I apologize very much. I will get that back to you right now. Okay. All right, Shelly. Well, I apologize, but I can't do anything to refund that to you. I apologize. And I've been clear that my readings are $25. Okay. All right, Shelly, say hello. Thank you very much, Deanne. I appreciate that. Shelly, say hello. I am ready to read for you. I need to make that connection real quick. But I will be back tomorrow morning. I'm usually here around 10 a.m. Central. Hey, Shelly, I see you. So good to see you. Thank you so much for being here, my friend. Let's do this thing. Shelly, take a nice big deep breath in all the way down to your toes. Release. Drop those shoulders and please give me permission to have access to your energy. So Shelly, they're showing me a very long and winding road behind you, as if you've come a very long way. This is not a commentary on age. This is a commentary on wisdom. I feel like you've traveled a long and winding road that had a lot of ups and a lot of downs, and a feeling like I'm finally hitting the even paved road, like the even keeled road, the flat road. I'm no longer in the hills, right? I feel like all of this behind you has served a very distinct purpose in your energy to help redefine you. I feel like when you were younger, perhaps, I don't know what age, but usually we see this, I see this around late teenagers, young 20s, where you're trying so hard to fit in that you define yourself by other people's standards. And that sometimes can become habit because it's comfortable. It also keeps the people around us happy because It just does. I feel like maybe that's where you were for a while, just like 99% of the people on this planet, and that's okay. But I do feel like through that, the challenges that brought forward, you have evolved into a greater version of yourself. They're showing me that now you're on this part of the road where there's not going to be as many ups and downs. Doesn't mean there won't be some, but it just means there's not going to be as many, because now it's like you finally have a map in your hand. When I look at your energy, you have a good, strong connection to your higher self. You have a beautiful connection to the earth around you. It wouldn't surprise me if things like crystals or energy work or Gaia guided things tend to call out to you more than others. I mean, your energy looks really good. I just feel like you're in a good place. You're about to sort of embark on soft growth. And this is nothing dramatic and overpowering, but soft unfolding, like softly stepping into the life that we're curating for ourselves, softly allowing it to unfold. There's no more pushing hard. There's no more trying to reach a goal. There's none of that. This is soft forward movement, which is really amazing, and it just feels good. I will tell you, you have a big, beautiful, empathetic heart. I will also tell you there's some dirt on that, which may mean that there's maybe some people or things around you that could maybe take more care of themselves, but you do a lot for them. Just be careful that you're not spending all of your energy and not replenishing it. Empathy is beautiful, but it can get out of hand. Shelly, this is what my guides have to say in addition to everything I've already said. They're acknowledging that in the past you may have struggled with a feeling of confidence because there were a lot of twists and turns in that road, a lot of ups and downs. But now you've gotten yourself into a greater sense of alignment. You are more in alignment than you are out of alignment. My guides want you to understand that now is the time for you to focus on your enthusiasm, the thing that makes you feel happiest and excited about creating something new. Creativity is a beautiful way to channel source. It's a beautiful way to clean your energy, and it doesn't have to mean you're creating a Picasso or a song. You can clean your house. That's creative. These things are all being pushed in your energy because it's time for you to harness this goodness that you have. My guides are saying in the past, you may have tried to have a lot of control over the way things have turned out, and that's part of why the road was so windy. Now that you've learned better, I feel very much like now that you've learned better, that road is not going to be nearly as windy. This is the time for you to fully believe in yourself and believe in the wisdom that you have received through the journey that you have walked. You have learned how to be self-sufficient, and my guides are saying that is a change from how you grew up, and that should be celebrated. You're literally walking into a brighter future with the next phase of your awakening, which, like I said, is a soft expansion. Nothing hard, no sharp edges. This is a soft unfolding, and it's the place we all want to be. Last card in your reading says King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles comes forward to say, I understand that you might be worried about money right now, like all of us, but don't let that be the centerpiece of your table, because your money, you're going to be taken care of. You're going to have what you need. You may not win the lottery, but you will have what you need when you need it, and that's what they want you to focus on. I've had such great readings today. My goodness, you guys. Thank you. Shelly, thank you very much for allowing me to read for you. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope that was helpful, Shelly. So my reading list for today is closed, friend, but I will be back tomorrow, probably at around 10 a.m. So when you read tarot, don't the person you are reading for need to get feel for their cards, because no, that's not how I read. Everyone reads tarot differently. Thank you. All right. Shelly, thank you again for allowing me to read for you. I appreciate you very, very much. I will be back tomorrow morning, though. Thank you, friend. I appreciate you. All right, Leilani, you are up next. Leilani is up next, and then Melissa, then Leah, then Tisha, and then Tracy. I'm so glad your payment, I got your payment. Yeah, I'll be back. Hey, Pamela, good to see you. All right, Leilani, say hello. Leilani, what a beautiful name. It just sounds good when I say it. It's like candy. Well, thanks. Great to see you too. Namisha, hello. Good to see you. Welcome. Happy Thursday. Does it say Chef or Chief Mighty? The list is closed for today. I'm so sorry, but I will be back tomorrow. LH, is that you, Leilani? LH, I believe that's probably you. Let me see if I can see. No, I can't tell. No, I don't mind. It just depends on what you're asking. Yes. Okay. All right, Leilani. I am so excited to read for you. Thank you very, very much. List is closed for today. Unfortunately, I will be back tomorrow, though. All right, Leilani, do me a favor. Take a nice, big, deep breath in all the way down to your toes. And release. Drop your shoulders, and please give me permission to have access to your energy. So Leilani, you have beautiful energy. Your energy is this interesting color. So it's a combination of colors. I'm seeing like a periwinkle. I don't know how else to explain it. It's the combination of the violet of the crown, the dark blue of the third eye, and the light blue of the throat. These three chakras in your system have combined, they're separate, but they have combined their energies and they're working towards something. When I see this type of combination, it's typically someone who's good at translating information for other people. You receive through your crown, you interpret through your third eye, and you give that information through your throat. You have this vibrational frequency in your space, kind of like me, where your words is modulating frequency, and you have a good way of explaining things to people. The reason there are so many different spiritual teachers in the world is because there are so many different people in the world, and everybody learns differently. We're all saying basically the same thing, just in different ways. I would encourage you to not be afraid to speak up about what you're receiving and what you understand. You have a very good translational factor in your energy, as if you are able to take vibrational concepts and translate them into words for other people. I see this with people who do readings. I see this with people who do Reiki, massage therapists, anyone who's in an aspect where they have contact with people who may be hurting. Hairdressers, bartenders, all these people have this sort of thing to kind of help bring the energy down. You are also being shown to me as a peg, so what that means is they showed to me like a cork board, and little pegs in the cork board are holding the energy grid. You're one of those pegs too, so you may feel energy very intensely, big emotions, that sort of thing. And it also shows me that you're purposely planted, meaning you may be in a place where not a lot of people understand or vibe with what you're doing or what you're saying, you know what I mean? So there's just kind of this feeling of, I understand the loneliness that can come with this when you feel like no one understands, but I also understand that you have a great sense of wisdom and vibrational translation that's really available to you. So don't be afraid to share what you're receiving. Don't be afraid to talk to people about it, because it feels good in there. Just wanting you to open that up. That periwinkle color is representative of all three of those high chakras working together, which is fantastic. Leilani, this is what my guides have to say in addition to everything I've already said. My guides are saying, say what you need to say no matter what anybody else says. If they don't understand, that's okay. This is your time to embody the role of teacher, wisdom, whatever it is that you're working towards. My guides want you to embrace this fully. They want you to step all the way into this role that you are creating for yourself. This is going to require you to step outside of your head, to stop talking yourself out of it and getting all tangled up in that mess in there. There's a lot of potential in your energy, especially with these chakras working together, but it's going to require you to actually go after something that inspires you. Build that feeling of inspiration in your energy and follow that. You will have all the support that you need while you do this, both physically and non-physically. Even when you don't feel like you can see it right now, they will find you because your vibration will spread and you will draw them to you. My guides are asking you to have patience as you move forward into this next phase of your life, because you are making progress, but there's also going to be a lot of confrontation in this place. There have been things in your life that have happened that you have don't take this the wrong way, that you have allowed yourself to hold you back. These feelings of disappointment in the past, your past is not the dictator of your future. You are. So changing how you focus and how you feel about things will be helpful. I want you to understand you have great strength here, but you have to be willing to share that with people and be okay with not everyone's going to get it. Not everyone's going to understand. That's okay. It's not about everyone. It's about the one. I'm getting hot. You see my face getting red, Leilani? You have such strong energy. I really just want you to embrace it. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you, Leilani. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is a beautiful day. All right, Melissa You are up next. Leilani, thank you so very much. Melissa is up next, then Leah, and then Tisha, and then Tracy. Thank you, friend. I really appreciate you allowing me to read for you. I appreciate it very, very much. I'm gonna crack my window. Give me a second. All right. All right, Melissa, come on down. Say hello. Yes, spirit flashes. When I get a big push of energy, it always comes through like heat, because heat, the movement of heat, produces energy, just like when you boil water. The same thing happens in here. Hello, Melissa. I see you, my friend. I am so excited to read for you. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your time, and thank you for the opportunity. I really appreciate it. Here we go, my friend. Do me a favor. Take a nice big deep breath in all the way down to your toes. Release. Drop your shoulders, and please give me permission to have access to your energy. So, girl, so when I look at your energy, Melissa, you have two main things going on. Your poles are active, and I know that sounds weird, but let me explain it. Your crown, hella active. Your root, hella active. Everything in the middle is kind of like, what do I do? What do I do? Where do I go? Where do I go? All of your middle chakras are in a state of anticipation, waiting. Your root is really, really active. That tells me that your energy is definitely taking advantage of this release that's been offered to us through the energy coming in. And there's a lot of things being stirred up in that root. I don't necessarily feel like these are big giant things, but little tiny annoyances that keep happening. Those little weird triggers, you know, like for me, that looks like when I call a company to talk to them and I get a robot. I freaking hate it. It drives me crazy. It is a huge trigger of mine. My problem, but still a trigger. So there's a feeling of little annoying things being pulled on. This is purposeful. They want you to look at them so that you can take your power back from it. Do not let your triggers define your day. This gives your power away. I feel like I just made a rhyme. That's awesome. But my guides are saying your triggers don't need to define you anymore. Take your power back from this. And these are not big triggers. They're little annoying things that are getting stepped on, pushed on, trying to get your attention so that you will let them go. When I look at the crown, it's also hella active. So that tells me that you are integrating some of the big white new energy that's coming in as well. This sometimes can give you a conflicted feeling in your space, a feeling of I need to do something and I don't know what, a feeling of I have inspiration but I don't know what to do with it. All of these sort of conflicting feelings can come up when your poles are active like this. There is nothing that you are doing wrong. There's nothing that you need to do. I do encourage you to continue your meditation practice, whatever that looks like for you. Grounding can also be very helpful to sort of balance things out a little bit. But it's up to you. I don't feel like you're out of balance. I just think that's what's active for you right now in your space. It can give you a sense of being out of balance, but it's not really. You're just active at the two different ends of your energy, and that can make you feel a little weird. So Melissa, this is what my guides have to say in addition to everything I've already said. You are creating a whole new role for yourself. This has a physical manifestation to it. This is a new role. So if you've been thinking about starting a new job, applying for a new job, making a new friend, starting a new relationship, something new, some new role that defined you is being brought to the surface. This has a physical manifestation to it. My guides are telling me that you might have reluctance to this right now, but if you allow yourself to let go of the fear of the unknown that comes with this, it opens you up to the next phase in your awakening experience. Yes, it is going to require work, okay? Yes, it's going to require work. But it brings with it a sense of renewal, of starting something fresh and doing something amazing. All right. My guides are asking you to turn inward and see where you want to go and how you want to feel. Start putting your sights in that direction. This is going to bring your dreams and desires far closer to your palms, right? Right into the palm of your hands. But again, it's that feeling of letting go of the feeling of, I don't know how this is going to turn out, so I'm afraid to do it. Don't let that rule your life. The restlessness that you feel is being acknowledged, and that's because your poles are very active. You got your crown active, pulling in lots of information, and your intuition being super, super strong. And then you've got that root in the bottom saying, hey, I'm trying to let go of some stuff and it's going to take us a minute. In the middle, you've got the third eye going, I got something to say too. So I can imagine how your energy must feel. Just give yourself permission to slow down. Give yourself permission to receive what you are receiving and try not to push yourself too hard. And just because you don't know how something's going to turn out is not a good reason not to at least try it. This feels like it has a physical manifestation, a job, a relationship, a trip, something physical that relates to a role that you have coming forward relatively soon. I can't tell you exactly when. Don't work that way. You just don't work that way. Melissa, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope it was helpful, friend. I really, really do. Thank you. All right, Leah, come on down and say hello. Thank you, friend. Ooh, my crown is tingling. Leah, come on down. Hello, friend. Thank you for your patience. Thank you so much for waiting. I appreciate you. Here we go, Leah. My crown is so tingly right now. All right, here we go. Do me a favor. Take a nice big deep breath in all the way down to your toes. And release. Drop those shoulders and please give me permission to have access to your energy. So, Leah, when I look at your energy, I feel like, I'm trying to think of the best way to put this, that you, I don't know if, okay, let me get myself together. I don't know if this is self-imposed or not, but there's a feeling of being, I don't know if introverted is the right word, but not wanting to engage with a lot of people for some reason, as if holding back on myself. This is what it feels like. It feels like you are holding back on putting your full self out there. I also feel like maybe in the past you have put your full self out there and felt judged about it, and maybe that's what's keeping you from doing it now. I'm not sure, but the feeling I have is you are not the same person now that you were then. You are also not around the same people now that you were then, and there's a call for you to want to put that biggest authentic piece of yourself forward. If someone says you're too much for them, why would you reduce yourself to make them comfortable? If you're too much for someone, you can kindly invite them to go find less somewhere else, but it's not you that's going to be less. You know what I mean? I want to call your energy forward. You have big, beautiful energy. It takes up a lot of space, and you shouldn't be afraid of that. You shouldn't be ashamed of that. It will push people away from you. It will. But those are people who are not aligned with where you're going. And again, I'm not one who's a fan of cutting people out of your life or ending relationships or anything like that, but I am a fan of mindful boundaries. You can love someone and not invite them over to dinner, especially if you feel like you have to be a different person when you are around them in order for them to be comfortable in your space. That is clear indication of something is not right. Something is not aligned. You should never have to change yourself for anyone else, ever. Compromise is one thing. Compromise is one thing, but you should not have to change, mask, or be someone different just because someone doesn't understand, right? Yes, boundaries, 100%. Mindful boundaries. Mindful boundaries. Sometimes that looks like saying, I love you enough to put this boundary here so you don't screw up this relationship, friend. You know, sometimes that's what it looks like. Leah, this is what my guides have to say in addition to everything I've already said. Be your big, beautiful self. Let your energy come out and don't be afraid of that. You have a lot of big, wonderful emotional wisdom that's just sitting at the surface, feeling like it's being pushed down for some reason. My guides are asking me to remind you that it's okay to focus on yourself. It's okay to be proud of yourself. It's okay to embrace the greater aspect of who you are. Your lack of faith in self feels like it comes like from something in the past, not something current. And so they're kind of pushing you to let go of that. Things are different. You are different. Circumstances, everything is different now than at that time. So let go of the inner conflict that's keeping you back. Even though it may take some work, inspired action will always lead you to a sense of positivity. This is not about faking it till you make it. This is about believing it till you receive it, right? This is going to require you to make some better decisions for yourself, especially around mindful boundaries when it comes to other people and the expenditure of energy. You have to make sure that you are replenishing yourself when you're taking care of other people. Otherwise, the best version of you is not available to you or them. This is also going to require you to get out of your head a little bit and allow you to embrace the most authentic piece of who you are, letting go of the burden of trying to keep everyone else around you happy. Those people have to be self-sufficient just like you. Leah, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So just to update everybody, my list is closed for the day. I will be back tomorrow morning, probably around 10 a.m. Make sure you are following my channel and have your notifications turned on. That is the easiest way to know when I'm live. Readings are $25. Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App are all available. But like I said, my list for today is closed. So please do not send a payment. My list for today is closed. All right. Leah, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. I appreciate it very, very much. All right, Tisha, come on down and say hello. Oh, well, thank you. Hi, Tisha. So good to see you, friend. It's consciously Erin. It's the same as the name up here, but please do not send money. I am closed for the day. All right, Tisha, here we go. Do me a favor. Take a nice, big, deep breath in all the way down to your toes. And release. Drop your shoulders. And please give me permission to have access to your energy. So Tisha, you have an echo in your energy. So what this means is you have multiple life experiences where you have a common thread, a common theme. This common theme feels to be one of healing, of a healing nature. When I look at your energy, I can see this echoed through multiple incarnations, including this one. When I look at your energy here, your hands are very brightly lit up for me. In our hands, we have big chakras. This is where healing energy flows, especially when we're doing Reiki or energy work. I don't know if you've ever looked into any kind of healing modalities. If you are a healer, if you've already started this, I can't tell, but what I can tell is this is a common theme in your energy. Multiple life experiences have had this theme. That's nice to know. It doesn't necessarily change anything other than wanting you to understand that in meditation, because you have this echo, you have this connection with these other experiences. In meditation, you can access that information. You can get in there. You can open yourself up to receive the knowledge that they are learning as well, because you all share a higher self. So if you can do that, sometimes you'll find that you just know things in the moment. It may not be in meditation. It may not be like in meditation, you're sitting there and you suddenly get this idea and you're like, oh, I know this. But it may be in conversation. You're talking to someone and you just know what to tell them. You just know what the next thing is for them. This is because you are accessing information from other places, from other incarnations that are also learning. So I would encourage you to tap into this. I also feel like you have a very gentle nature. This is wonderful. It's very aligned with Gaia and her energy. So it wouldn't surprise me if you're very sensitive to the fluctuations in the Schumann, that sort of thing. Being in nature is probably very fulfilling for you, not necessarily the bugs, but the nature, right? If you have a tree in your front yard or something, it feels like there's a couple. Make sure you're saying hello. They notice you, they see you, they say hello. I do feel like you have deep inner knowing, deep inner wisdom. Again, that feeling of coming from multiple incarnations, that connection. Tisha, this is what my guides have to say in addition to everything I've already said. Whatever it is you've been holding on to, whatever it is you've been holding back on, they're telling you now's the time to let go of that and to move forward into something that feels better. Whatever you're procrastinating on, time to stop. No more fickle actions. No more starting and stopping. No more believing and then releasing. My guides are saying they want you to let go of these insecurities that are holding you back. It may require you to do a little bit of self-evaluation to see where that's coming from, but once you do that, it opens you up to a whole new beginning, friend. But again, they're bringing up the feeling of reluctance. So something that you are really reluctant about is trying to get your attention as being a good idea and the next phase for you. My guides are saying you have change coming, but you have to let go of your fear of what that change looks like and means for you. This is the death card saying that something better is coming forward. The old version is dying away and a new version is being born, but you have to be okay with letting go of that. My guides are also saying that you are manifesting this physically into your life, right? You are manifesting this into your life. Your words matter. Be mindful how you speak to yourself. Don't identify fully with something because you are a separate entity. You don't want to say, I am sad. You want to say, I am feeling sad. Two different vibrations. vibrations and a different outcome. My guides are saying more often than not, you keep yourself in pretty good balance and have good alignment with your energy. It's only when you're feeling vulnerable that you will knock yourself out of that alignment. So walk forward into this sense of renewal with lots of compassion for where you are and where you've been. This very much has, again, a physical component to it. I don't know exactly what it looks like, but something in the healing realm, a healing modality, maybe writing something. I can't see how it manifests for you, but it definitely has to do with healing for sure. Somebody asked, what am I? I am that's a hard thing to answer. I'm a human. I am a soul in a human meat suit, having a great experience currently. I'm enjoying my life. I'm meeting new friends. I'm expanding, I'm growing, and I'm embracing it all. That's what I am. All right. Thank you, Tisha. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. I appreciate you very, very much. Thank you. Thank you. Good luck with the stock market. All right. All right, Tracy. Last but not least, I'm so excited to read for you. It finally worked. Come on down, Tracy, and say hello. I am so glad that it worked. I'm very glad that it worked. Hey, Paula. All right, here we go, Tracy. Last reading of the day, you guys. Here we go. Do me a favor. Take a nice, big, deep breath in all the way down to your toes. And release. Drop those shoulders and please give me permission to have access to your energy. So when I look at your energy, Tracy, there's like a cyclone around you. In the center of the cyclone, it feels still. It feels quiet, like the eye of the hurricane. But outside, there's a lot happening. I feel like you are an anchor of stillness for a lot of people in this confusion that's happening around you. This feels very physical in nature, as if you're the safe space, you're the landing spot, you're the quiet place for a lot of people. I feel like you have a lot of pride in this, and that's a good thing. They're showing it to me like you have this wonderful arm span of wings, and you're sort of leaning over people and protecting them from this radiation or whatever it is that's causing this havoc. My guides, however, are also showing me that the wings that you have spread out to put over and protect people are starting to burn. You've got to take care of yourself. You've got to replenish, and you've got to be okay with that. Selfishness, we've been told forever that selfishness is a bad word, but it's not. You are literally the only person who can take care of you, because no one else will know how you feel. And it's wonderful to help other people, but you cannot give the best version of yourself to them or you if you are constantly depleting yourself down to the ground. You can't do that. These big, beautiful wings, they look like angel wings. I'm not saying you're an angel, but it's that type of feeling. I want to protect. I want to keep people safe, all these wonderful things. And that's, again, not a bad thing. But when it comes at the cost of your wings, that is a bad thing. So my guides are asking you to make sure you're replenishing, make sure that you're taking care of yourself. No is a complete sentence. Not everyone needs to get a full explanation from you. This can be small things. I'm not telling you to, run away from your life and join the circus. I am saying take an extra 5 minutes before you walk in the store to center yourself. Take an extra 5 minutes when you're washing your hands, to really feel the water on your skin as you're washing them. These small little breaks in your day will help to calm your energy and reestablish your connection. It's not that the connection's gone. It's just that it's like in and out, in and out, in and out. And I know that a lot of people believe that they came here to protect other people, but that is not true. The purpose of life is life. The purpose of your life is to live and experience your life, to grow and expand as part of that incarnation. The side effect of living your life is that you get to help other people, but that is not the purpose of life. The purpose of life is life. In and of itself, it's so beautiful and so full of every possibility. That's where our focus should be. The helping other people is a side effect of aligning with yourself, of having a good grip on who you are and where you're going. That's the side effect of living your life. Tracy, this is what my guides have to say in addition to everything I have already said. Number one, they're telling me you're a strong manifester. That means the words that you speak matter. So be careful that you're not saying nasty, mean things to yourself. They're also acknowledging that there's a feeling of heartbreak in your space that is trying to heal itself on this path of spiritual growth. That heartbreak is because you need to let go of some of these burdens, friend. You got to let go of some of these burdens. You're carrying a lot of weight, and I understand that you want to help people, but you cannot do it to your own detriment. Make the commitment to yourself to realign with the best version of you so that you can be as positive as possible when interacting with other people. This gives the best version of you to you and them at the same time and brings with it a sense of liberation and a feeling of freedom. It's also a feeling of walking more proudly on my spiritual path with my head held high and a feeling of I know I'm going in the right direction. But you have to let go of that deeply held belief that you have to take care of everybody else before you, because that's simply not true. And selfishness is not a dirty word, even though that teaching might be really anchored deep down in there. Tracy, you can't keep catching your wings on fire, friend. I know, that's because I'm on a video. Thank you very much, friend. Thank you, Leah. Tracy, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. I'm so glad that it finally worked. I appreciate everybody being here. I will be live on Friday, May 23rd around 10 a.m. Central. Readings are $25. Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App are all available through Consciously Erin, or you can send the money through YouTube if you want. It's completely up to you. I appreciate you guys so very much. I will be back tomorrow. I just have to run. I'm sorry. Thank you for being here. You guys help me have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye, Michael.